Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer for the first live read of the day. I didn't come back on last night because it got late after my friends left. Everybody went home. I was tired. Let me get the cards. Hang on. Okay. So anybody that wants to do a private reading, if you could get them in today, that would be great because I don't know what this week is going to hold. I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, so I could be going into the hospital as early as Tuesday of this week. So if you wanted to do a private reading, if you could get them in today or tomorrow at the latest, this way I can get them all done before I go into the hospital. Let me do Iman first because I didn't get to her on my last stream, so I'm going to just do that one first, and then I'll go back up to the top. Will O the Virgo make a serious move towards me soon? Will we ever be together? Okay. Yes, you have the opportunity to move forward with this person, but right now they're feeling a little bit burdened. Weight of the world is on their shoulders, so you may have to give them some time, or you may have to just be a little bit patient and nurturing, and have a little bit of faith that it's going to work out in your favor. All right. Let's see. Let me go back up to the top. I see the next person we have here is Queen of Swords. Why did George block me and will he unblock me? I hate the blocking. I got to tell you. I hate it. He's going to unblock you. He blocked you as a form of punishment to get back at you for something. It's not going to last very long. This is going to blow over pretty quick. You have two aces here. You also have the Queen of Wands. If one of you happens to be a fire sign, goes up even higher. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't give too much energy to it. But I got to tell you, the madness that goes on, don't worry about it. You'll get unblocked shortly. I don't think you got to even wait like the week. I think it's going to happen quickly. All right. Ashmita, is RJ wondering why I haven't messaged? Okay. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 70% chance yes, but he's still pretty confident that you will, so I would hold off. I would wait. And I think it's going to drive him a little bit nuts. Sweetie Pie, General. Okay. Walking away from something in the past because a better offer comes in and you're looking for happiness. Life moves forward quickly with a new offering of love. When you leave in the past, which may have been a love triangle, third party kind of bullshit relationship, if this happens and there was a third party relationship that you were involved in, I think you're going to walk away from it and you're moving on to bigger and better things. Use your intuition. You're going to have a lot of choices here. You may be the one that's in control of the situation, even though you might be feeling like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders and that you're not in control. I think you're going to be in control. I think you leave the past in the past. If it doesn't work for you, if it hasn't been working for you, you're leaving it in the past and you're going to come you're going to come to a crossroads where things are going to fall into place for you. Good. Sharda, general. Sharda, general. Soulmate relationship enters that brings you to the top of the mountain. Use your intuition. The person that enters is going to be well balanced, and they may be prominent in society, or they may have a well respected job. You're going to be prepared to move forward with this person. You have the Strength card here, and the relationship moves forward fast with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. If you're already with this person, it would be taking your current relationship to the next level. If you're in one of these bullshit on again, off again relationships, you're going to leave that in the past, leave betrayal in the past, and move on with this new person. That was Sharda, I think, right? So I am up to Rhonda. Why is Eric gone silent on me, and will he return? Okay. He's going to return because you got victory and stability coming in also with a wish. So he's going to return. He went silent on you because he's got anxiety around some sort of crisis that's looming in his life. Don't let this get to you. This is going to blow over. It's going to blow over. He's got some sort of a crisis happening on his end. He's like putting out a fire. I think I'm up to Andrea. General love reading. You got an air sign coming in here who's going to be financially stable. They may be a kind of a quiet type, possibly a Libra. Otherwise, it would be Aquarius or Gemini. You spin the wheel of fortune with this person, and you are going to be the one that's not so ready to move forward. Like you may be a little bit apprehensive when you meet this person, but you get over it. You decide to take a chance, spin the wheel of fortune, and the relationship can move forward. Use your intuition. I think this person is not only financially stable, but they're very focused on their career and they want to move forward. So if you're not with anyone right now, this would be the person entering. If you are with somebody right now, it could be your current relationship is moving forward, or it could also be saying that your current relationship is moving forward and that your partner will have some sort of a financial or career advancement coming up. That was for Andrea. Okay, I'm up to Queen of Swords. Did George block me because of his fiance? All right, let's have a look. Haha. 70% chance, yes. If she's an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo, even more so. She told him to, or he did it because he was afraid she was going to find something out. Here's the thing. If somebody has to tell you to stay away from somebody, or somebody has to tell you to block somebody, or you have to block somebody until they don't find out, your relationship with your fiance is already on thin ice. So I'm not buying that whole bag of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just, like, if you're not hiding anything, there's no reason to block anyone. And nobody needs to tell you to block someone if they trust you. So they're skating on thin ice, those two. Gracie. Will James ever make a serious move towards me for us to be in a relationship? Okay. You got a 99% chance with 3 aces that he does something to move this relationship forward. That was Gracie. Okay, I'm up to Crystal. I prayed this morning and see a lot of birds. Was that spirits or archangels hearing me? Were they near me this morning? Yeah, the birds to me are always signs of spirits. Birds and butterflies. But let's ask. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. 3 aces, 100%. Angels and ancestors, 100%. Definitely. I love that. Hannah, Jasmine, oh, let me see. Where are we? Cade. Did Lori purposefully delete my photo from the video? Oh, let's see. Did Lori purposely delete the photo? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. I don't think so. Only a 33% chance. So with something like this, my thoughts would be, this reminds me of a really funny story. Like she may have joked about it. She may have said she was going to do it. She may have wanted to do it, but she didn't intend to do it. And then she accidentally did it, which reminds me of this story. When I was really little, me and my one friend, like we were both 5. We were young. The other girls on the block were older than us, and not that they always, it was the kind of thing where if no one was around, they would play with us. But if they were playing together, they didn't want to be bothered with us because we were young. So we went down a couple of houses to one of the girls' houses, and they were all going inside to eat lunch and play something that was too advanced for us at 5 to play. And they would never let us play with them. So they had left their strawberry shortcake dolls out on the front stoop, and they would never let us play with them. So my friend picked up the raspberry tart doll, which was everyone's favorite, and she pulled the gum out of her mouth and she spread it across, like held it over her head, and she was like, "You dare me to?" And I took her hand and I pressed it, and the gum went in the doll's hair. Well, me and my friend ran home and hid under my bed. And of course, we got in trouble for it. But the thing is that that's what this situation reminds me of. Like somebody was holding the gum saying, "I'm going to do it," and then someone else did it. So I think that's, I don't think she was going to go through with it, but then she did, accidentally. Wow, I hadn't thought about that story in a long time. I bet you that my friend wouldn't even remember that story. Jasmine, general reading. Cutting through the bullshit. Cutting through the bullshit leads you to a place where you're no longer suffering from such anxiety. So the Ace of Swords would be laying down the law. It would be setting boundaries, not putting up with the same bullshit that you were currently putting up with. Releases some of the anxiety and it restores balance back to your life. Use your intuition. You're on the right track. Walking away from things that no longer serve you, even if you don't have a reason. When the 8 of Cups is in reverse, it's more of like Not having a real reason, just knowing that things aren't working and like leaving it in the past. And it could be people, places, things. It doesn't have to be just one person, but it could be like, I don't know, I have a bad habit of eating popcorn at midnight and just cutting that out. It's like leaving things behind that are not for your higher good. Which is good, because once you start taking control of your life and putting your foot down, things start to fall into place. Henna. Career and finances. Okay. Henna. Career and finances. It may be a little bit of a struggle and a fight in the beginning of the year, but I'm going to say come around March, happiness comes in and finances pick up. You'll have cause for celebration. You may come to a crossroads here, or somebody may offer you another job. There could be a predicament that you find yourself in where you may need to make a decision as to whether or not you want to stay in the current career or job that you're in or move forward in a different direction. The Judgment card would kind of mean that it was like karma stepping in. So it might not be the kind of thing that you have to go out and look for. It may just show up at your doorstep, so to speak. You'll be prepared to move forward. You will work very hard at this, and you'll be appreciated for your hard work. So I think that come the springtime, you should either have a new job opportunity or another job opportunity or something that feeds your soul and that moves you forward in a different direction rather quickly. That was for Henna. I'm up to Elizabeth. Will I get a call back from the job in CT that I applied to? Okay. I'm getting the job in Connecticut. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. You know, it shows 70% chance that you're going to get a call from them, but it also shows here regret. So I'm wondering if you're second guessing yourself taking it. I don't know. I think it would be a good thing for you, and I think that you would benefit from it. This makes me a little nervous, but regardless, I think it's going to be your choice. And 70% chance is pretty high. You're going to get a call back or get offered that job. Colleen, what kind of relationship will Belby and I have? Will he come towards me? Okay. All right. I don't know what's gone on between you guys now or if there was a third party involved, but this card in reverse would indicate a third party involved somewhere. Either you're with someone else or they're with someone else. So just be aware of this moving forward. I still think he comes forward. Emperor is here. It's taking charge. It's putting the relationship in the right direction. If neither one of you is an Aries. If one of you is an Aries, it's just telling us that's who we're talking about. Use your intuition. When this person comes forward, and I believe that they will out of the blue, you're going to lay down the law. So I don't think that you have to worry so much about how the relationship is going to be, because I don't think you're going to stand for bullshit. And I think that you're going to make that aware at the beginning. And I think you'll get what you want. So don't be afraid to set boundaries and to someone like me who had very little boundaries for a long time. If you're like me and you do stupid shit for other people that don't deserve it, taking charge and laying down the law can be really powerful and can really get you what you want. Like the example with my asshole friend Matt, that I used to drive into the city to pick him up so he wouldn't lose his parking space, and then drive him back upstate, and then drive him back down to the city. Like, that's like not having boundaries. That's like doing stupid shit for someone who doesn't deserve it. So if you're laying down the law and you're like, no, lose your parking space, you cheap fuck, I think that you're going to get what you want. So don't be afraid to implement that. I think I might be up to Sister Moon. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anyone. Yeah, he's coming towards you, definitely. You just may have to, lay down the law a little bit. Sister Moon. S always referred to R as his best friend and his favorite person. Does that mean he's really in love with her? No. People say a lot of shit that they don't mean. But no, I don't think so. Not at all. But let's see what the cards say. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I hate to say it, but I think that he says it because he knows it upsets you with the Three of Swords. I don't think that he cares that much about her, to tell you the truth. I think, if anything, he likes the ego aspect of it, of having her, having you around. I think he likes the attention, but I don't think there's much ground here for love between the two of them. I'm a little bit far behind. Okay, I did that one. I'm up to Manaz. What can I expect this upcoming week? What's coming in with love? Okay. All right, what's happening this week? Perseverance, celebration with a relationship that's built on solid ground, transforming your life, and being super focused. This card, though, could be focused on work. So it could be the sort of thing where you're really focused on work, school, whatever it is that you do, and you're not even realizing what's going on in the background is that you're working on a stable relationship that's going to take you to the top of the mountain. There's a Virgo here. If you or the other person that shows up is a Virgo, if not, the person that comes in can be very smart. They can be very detail orientated, maybe a little bit on the quiet side. If you're already with someone, this would be your relationship moving forward quickly without you even realizing it. If you aren't with somebody, somebody can enter. I can't tell you it's going to happen as soon as this week, but this is what's coming up in the near future. You also have the Ace of Swords here, which makes me very happy because you're going to lay down the law, you're going to state what you want, and you're going to get it because you're going to feel like you have choices. If you don't get what you want, you're going to be prepared to move forward and get the hell out of it. So I think that you're on the right track. If it doesn't happen exactly this week, it's like coming up within the next couple of weeks. All right. I think I went back too far now. Ashmita, will RJ reach out since I'm not messaging? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yes, he will. It's going to take some time. I would hold off on messaging him. I think you're on the right track, but I think that he's still waiting to hear from you. Make him wait. Make him wait. Maria. Julia. Doesn't look for me. Does she have someone? Okay, let's see. Is Julia involved with somebody else right now? That's not Maria. I don't think so. Only a 33% chance, which means at the very best, she may be talking to somebody, or at the very best, she could be having lunch with a coworker. But 33% chance is pretty low that she's actually involved with somebody. Queen of Swords, how does George feel about me? If you haven't spoken to him, he comes in out of the blue. There is well, we know there's a third party, but this card indicates the third party, and he may be feeling like he's a little stuck right now and that he has a decision to make that he just hasn't made. He feels about you that you have a strong personality, you know what you want, you know how to get it. He thinks that you're physically attractive and that you have a great, stable personality, that you're a hard worker, and that you have a heart of gold. He knows he's got to make a decision. He just hasn't made it yet. There's more to come here. There's definitely more to come. I'm up to Donata. Is Reginald going to ask me to get back together? Okay. You have an opportunity to turn the situation around quickly, but I don't know that he's going to physically ask you to get back together. The relationship may progress on its own first, and then you're going to have that conversation. Just be careful of, don't let the time run away. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys don't have that conversation and you're still seeing each other and hanging out and so on and so forth, before like it turns into months, you may have to bring it up. You may have to bring up the that situation or the conversation about it before it turns into some kind of casual thing, or you know what I mean? Don't give him too much rope until you get what you want, or you know what leg you're standing on. All right. Now, where was I? Think I'm up to ex-subliminals. Is Leo into someone else more than he's into me? Okay. Is Leo into somebody else? There is somebody else around him. Yeah, I can't weigh who he's into more because there's no way for me to measure that. But there is somebody else around him for sure. Somebody else that he's either paying attention to or that's giving him attention, that he's eating it up. TD, how will things be between me and the Aries this week? Okay. Here's the Aries. He feels a little bit weighed down this week. This week may be a little bit off. It's showing it as being a little bit unbalanced. The Ace of Swords is in reverse. Victory is in reverse. I would let this week go. Don't make a big deal about anything. Just let it go and let's see what happens next week. Oh boy. Who was that? That was TD. Right? I think I'm up to Odette. Odette, how would the Scorpio feel if we went out on a date? Scorpio would feel like they had the world at their feet. They would feel very stable, and they would want things to move forward quickly. I think that the Scorpio would kind of be honored if you went out on a date. Aw. I think I'm up to Crystal. Why did James go silent on me? I just want to make sure I didn't skip anybody in between. No, okay. Why did James go silent? James feels very weak, and he feels like the relationship won't move forward quickly, and he feels like you have decisions around you that you have to make that you put off. I think he feels like he might be wasting time by putting effort in with you, so he just kind of backed off. I think you're going to hear from him again, and I think that communication will pick up, but I think sometimes he feels like he doesn't want to put in a lot of effort because he doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere. Christy, is everyone at my grandma's talking about me and my family? Okay. There is talk. I mean, there's talk. You got a 33% chance of that. Like, it's impossible for your family to get together and not talk about you because that's what families do. But it doesn't look like it's extensive or that it's bad or that it's gossipy or that it's in a negative way. But, that's what people do when they get together. Oh, did you hear so-and-so this, so-and-so that? But it doesn't look like it's anything too terrible. It's only 33%. I think I'm up to sister. I don't see the question. All right, let me do LaShonda, and then I'm going to look for sister's question. Okay, well, we have a lot of soulmates. So you can meet soulmates anywhere, but let's see what comes up in this reading as to where you'll find soulmates. When you lay down the law, your life changes quickly. Walk away from things in the past that don't work. A Virgo comes in after a disaster. So after you leave something behind that you may need to mourn and get over, a Virgo comes in offering balance. You're prepared to move forward. And this could be somebody that you meet around work, school, or whatever it is that you do all day. If you're at work, it could be somebody you meet at work or around work. If you go to the pizza place next door for lunch, they could be in the pizza place. Comes up with either meeting this person around work or school or your daily activity, whatever that might be. Like, it doesn't come off as needing to go online or meeting through friends. It seems like it's going to be something that's sort of a fated meeting. I'm looking for Sister Moon, right? All right, let's see. I reached out to a few friends from my past, MNC. All my friends from the past are ignoring me and moving on. Why am I being left behind and losing everyone in my life? Okay. Well, it does show that you have a lot of people around you that their lives are transforming, and it doesn't really have much to do with you per se, as it has to do more with them and where they're headed. You have a fire sign around you who I think is going to reach out to you, Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. You also have a water sign here that I think is also going to get back to you, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. And I think a lot of it has to do with the direction that everybody else's life is moving in. It's not the kind of thing where they're like, fuck her, I don't want to speak to her anymore. It's more like they're caught up in what they're doing. Is it right? You know, we can argue that point back and forth. But having been through that myself with a lot of my friends, I understand where they're coming from. They just get wrapped up in what's going on with them, and they don't have the time that they had. A lot of my friends, once they got married, I really didn't hear from them again. Either they moved away, and even if they weren't far, far away, they still were busy with what they were doing. Most of the times when they got into serious relationships, I didn't see them anymore. And it was always a real kick in the ass to me, because me being a people pleaser, I always included my friends whenever I did something. And I've always had, as crazy as my relationships have been over the years, there's always been somebody around me. And I would always include them. Like when I was with my boyfriend, Tom, I mean, I was just thinking about it this New Year's, because it was 20 years ago that it was turned the year 2000. And I didn't just go out with him. I went out with him, and all my friends were included in that. So I understand where you're coming from, but it doesn't have anything to do with you personally. It has more to do with them and their own selfishness. However, here's the thing when it comes to that selfishness kind of thing. And I've noticed this with my relationships with my friends. Their lives move forward quickly because they put themselves first, not because they were worrying about taking care of my needs. So there's a life lesson in that. Who's the most important person in your life? You should be. If you're putting everybody else's needs in front of yours, that's why this is getting reflected back to you. And it took me a really, really long time to see that. But all of my friends that I've had, every single one of them, if they did not want to do something, they didn't do it. They didn't care. They would tell you, no, I can't make it. I changed my mind. This asshole would always just go along with the program because I didn't want to let anyone down. So just take a look at your life and who you're prioritizing, because you may see that you're putting other people's needs before yours, and that's why you're getting that shown back to you. Kira, what's next for the connection with Leroy and I? Okay. I think you have a good connection with him. It shows the world and financial stability. So the world would be overall feeling good, feeling like you have choices and chances and opportunities. Communication could pick up fast with the Page of Swords. Normally, the Page of Swords would be somebody coming in out of the blue, but since you are seeing him and speaking to him, that could just be air communication picking up. If you used to speak to him once a week, you may start speaking to him every day. Four of Wands, which would be taking your relationship to the next level or spending a lot of time at his place or him spending a lot of time at your place. I think that this connection here is going to move forward. It's going to move forward very organic. I don't think you have to do too much. It's just going to kind of fall into place. I am up to Starry Night. What action from me would make him feel the way he made me feel? All right, so I don't know what this feeling is, but let's see what the cards say. Wow. All right, so it comes up hurt and anxiety. So if you want to hurt somebody and make them feel anxious, which is maybe what you want to do, I don't know. That's what's showing up here. Then I would suggest pulling your energy back from them, ignoring them, and the relationship transforms. You can get what you want if you give them a little bit of a, if you ignore them a little bit, they're going to start to feel a little bit betrayed and they're going to get anxious. But I'm not sure that's the feeling you're going for. I think I'm up to Anna. Will JF break the ice with a new beginning in January? Okay. Is JF going to break the ice? Yeah, definitely. You got a very good chance of it. It shows communication comes in and you got a 70% chance. I can't swear it's going to happen in January, but it should be happening soon. It doesn't look like you got to wait 6 months. It looks like it's coming in. Colleen the Queen. General of what's coming towards me. Okay. What's coming in for Colleen? Focus on either a new work, school, or career project. Brings you choices. If you use your intuition, you can manifest this any way you want. Use your intuition. I think you got big stuff coming in either when it comes to school or career or an apprenticeship, whatever it is that you do during the day. Focus on that, and it's going to bring you to a place where you could be earning a lot of money in the near future. Mary Elena. Oh, Happy New Year. Why did hubby say it was a mistake to be intimate with me? Because he likes to argue and he likes to play games. He knew what he was doing when he got into bed. He knew what he was doing. And now he's feeling like I don't even want to say that he's feeling betrayed, because he's not feeling betrayed. He's feeling like he's causing trouble that makes him feel good. I don't like that. It's not the first time that he was intimate with you. So I don't know who he thinks he's convincing. I don't like that. He's playing games. Mary Elena, will his trip next week help him make a decision? No, he's not looking to make any decisions. He's looking to play games. He's see, here's the thing. Like, anyone can accidentally slip up once, right? Like, you could be in a relationship with somebody and then run into an ex, and you can make a mistake, and it can happen. When it happens repeatedly, it is not a mistake. When it goes on for years, it is not a mistake. There's an intention there. You may not be able to get out of your own way. You may not know why you're doing this. You may not be able to pinpoint it. I'm not saying that he's doing it with the intent, this makes me feel good, but to tell you that it was a mistake, or that he needs to, there's no mistake here. He knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you hadn't seen him in 10 years and ran into him somewhere. It's like I always bring up that movie, A Star is Born. It's my favorite movie. She comes home, she finds that, what was his name? John Norman is in the hot tub or the swimming pool with the naked reporter. She knows what happens, but she also knows that it was a one-time thing. This wasn't an affair. He hooked up with her. It made him feel good. He's an asshole. He throws the reporter out. They move on with their lives. Not to say she wasn't hurt by it, but when it goes on for 5 years, there's a problem. In that movie, he was doing what made him feel good at the moment. Yes, he was an asshole. Well, we can't say he wasn't. He was an asshole. That's a great movie if you haven't seen it. The one with Barbara Streisand. I didn't see the new one because I'm afraid it may ruin it for me. And I love that old one. AJ Mall, what should I focus on? Focus on whatever it is that you do during the day. So if it's work, focus on work. If it's school, focus on school. When you get focused on you and what is going to better your life, you get prepared to move forward. Working hard. This is like an apprenticeship where it's working hard on something that has to do with school, work, career. Then your whole life seems to move forward. You find yourself at the right place at the right times with a lot of opportunity around you. That was AJ, right? So let's see who comes after AJ. T-Vet. T-Yvette. Will new love be coming in this month? Okay. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not this month. Let me pull a card here and see if I can find out when. Six days, 6 weeks, 6 months, the month of June or the fall. I'm going to say probably around the 6 week maybe 6 week mark. It's probably not going to happen as soon as the month of January. It's going to take a little bit longer than that, but it's coming. The good news is it's coming. I am up to Odette. How many people does the Taurus have around her? Okay. Let's see. I mean, I can't tell you exactly how many, like how many men are around her. Let's see. Six. So one brings more. Like attracts like. I tell this story about one of my friends who she was trying to get back with her ex-boyfriend, but at the same time, she was also online dating, and she also had an interest, we were in college, in somebody that she went to school with. So just because she had the energy out there with all like her hands in all these different pots, even though she really was only into the ex-boyfriend, it started calling more people in, and she got to a point where, and she wasn't this type at all. Like she would say, like, I never have any dates. Now all of a sudden I have six. Like she just had that energy around her because even the guys she wasn't into, she still was going out with them just to keep her, like the energy flowing, and it worked for her. She got the ex-boyfriend back and she married him. So I think that that's similar to what the Taurus is doing. She's got a lot of people around her, but I don't think that they're all so significant. Sweet thing. Do you see any soon TLC? Okay, let's see. Any TLC coming in soon? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, possibly in a week or so. 7 days. Or coming up. I'm not going to say 7 weeks. I think that takes too long. I think that there's going to be something coming up soon. Shweta, will Ayush, the ex, meet me tomorrow? How will the meeting go? Okay. Let's see, is he going to meet tomorrow? I think he's going to meet you tomorrow. I think it'll be okay. I don't think it's going to be anything that great because the death card is in reverse. So I don't really think that things are going to transform. Judgment is also in reverse. But I do think that you're going to be happy to see one another. And I think that the meeting itself will be good. I just don't think that anything crazy will come of it. But I don't think that... I think you're okay with that anyway. Let's see. Where are we? The dog is snoring. Oh, okay, Shweta. Should I go ahead with Ayush or go with a new love? Right. According to the last reading, I would think that you're probably not that into him anymore and that you would be more into a new love, but let's see what the cards say. Okay, according to this reading, you have a new water sign that comes in who I think you may be more into than him. I wouldn't write him off totally. I think you should go for the meeting because I think that it's going to give you a lot of clarity in yourself. I think that you're going to be happy to see him, but I think the decision is going to be yours, and I think you're going to end up with somebody new. and it's going to be your decision. See, that's what's nice when it's your decision. Where am I? I'm up to Odette, maybe? Ex-subliminals? Ex-subliminals. How is the Aries feeling about me? Okay. Okay. The Aries has feelings for you, and he would like this relationship to move forward, but I think that he's reluctant because he either thinks you're involved with somebody else or he thinks you could get involved with somebody else with Three of Cups. I think he feels like he doesn't want to regret it if he got involved with you, so he's kind of holds himself back. There's no denying that there's feelings here, but I don't think that he feels like he would be the only one or that he would be your first choice. Odette. What is Lars thinking about me? Okay. Lars feels like he's got a great connection to you, but that it's not well grounded. I think that he also feels similar to the last person that I just answered, that you have other choices around you and you might not choose him and he's afraid of getting his heart broken. He also feels like it just might not be something that's destined to be, so he kind of holds himself back. If you wanted to go for him, I think you would have to make some changes because I think he feels like not well grounded, but not with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's like feeling ungrounded, feeling like it's a surface relationship or that somebody else may be more important to you. Sister Moon. I always put those people first and I'm upset because now I need them. And yeah, see, this is what happens. Why is everyone meeting people and I'm stuck and I can't meet anybody? Okay, so this is what's gone out into the universe. And this happened to me for years. I mean, I had a friend who literally, she came with me everywhere. When I was with Tom, and the only reason why I bring up Tom is because that's when I had all these friends around. Like we were younger, we were hanging out together. Now all of my friends are married and I don't really see them that much. But I never would exclude her from anything. She came with us all the time. And I was putting her needs first. And that's what the universe reflected back. So when she met somebody, she put her needs first, which were to hang out with him and not me. And she would make like a lot of things would happen. Like her and I would have plans, and then I don't know, he had some kind of an emergency and she had to go with him. Or I would take a day off work. I happen to remember it was around Christmas one year, and the entire day she was like stopping. We were out shopping and she would stop and go like answer his phone calls and text messages. When meanwhile, it's like he knows that you're out shopping. Like, why can't you just talk to him later? Like, I could have said to Tom, I'm out shopping. I'll call you when I get home. And I wouldn't hear from him for the rest of the day. But for some reason, like she was putting her needs first and his needs first. And that's what gets reflected back. So once you start putting your needs first and nobody else's, that's when it's going to get reflected back. So if you're in the situation where you're protecting people, where you're doing things for people, where you're taking care of people and they're not reciprocating, you have to change your behavior in order for it to reflect back at you. Like, for example, another friend of mine who used to get really pissed off when his friends would go like work, like if they had like a work gig to do, he would get pissed because he wasn't included. But they had to put themselves first, and those men are very successful men. The other guy is not a success at all. He's like a loser. So you have to put yourself first in order for the universe to put you first. So anybody that you're reaching out to that's not reciprocating, I would cut them off. Or I would make them wait or just not like I'm the kind of person that, like I said, this asshole used to call me to pick him up in New York City, drive him back up here, and then drive him back home that same night. And I would do it for him because his needs to me were more important than mine. Anybody else would have been like, get in your car and come up here. What the hell? But my relationship I had with him reflected back exactly what I did. He took me for granted. He mistreated me. He treated me like I was a piece of shit. And I couldn't change that because I wouldn't change my behavior. I didn't know any better at the time. But if you know better, then you can start to cultivate different things. So you have to change your behavior if you want the rest of the world to change. And it's a lot to wrap your brain around, but it works. When you put your foot down, that's why when the Ace of Swords comes up, I get very excited because it's like, all right, I'm not standing for this anymore. I'm not going to let you come here when it's convenient for you and then ignore me for the rest of the week. I'm not going to let you tell me I have to come and meet you because you're crying over whoever. And then when things are better for you, I don't hear from you. You got friends like that too? They have the worst boyfriend ever. As soon as they patch things up, you don't hear from them for 6 months. You know, now everything's fine. You don't need me. But it comes back to us. It comes back to us. So you got to change your behavior if you want the rest of the people to fall in line. And you have to not feel bad. See, my thing is that I always feel bad. Don't feel bad. They don't feel bad when they're not answering you. You know, there's a reason why they say nice guys finish last. Manoj Kumar. When can I have a job at the United Nations? Oh, that's interesting. All right, let's see. Let me see if I can get some timing on that. Possibly this summer, but I'm going to ask a yes and no question as to whether or not you're going to get it this summer. Will we get a job at the United Nations sometime this summer, possibly the month of July? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think that you could have a job at the United Nations this summer. Good luck. I am up to Crystal. What's going to happen to me in the next 4 months? Okay. Things can change from you out of the blue over the next 4 months. Working really hard. This could either be working at a new job, working at a new school, or working towards a new career. But this is hard work. Putting in hard work that comes with a satisfying payoff. Leaving the past in the past. Moving forward. Something to celebrate when it comes to school or work. A new job can come in within the next 4 months, something that makes you feel very satisfied. You might be going back to school. You could be going back to school. And there's also financial stability. So if you do go back to school, I think you're still going to be working too over the next 4 months. And I think you're going to be feeling solid in yourself. Like, I can handle this. I got a handle on things. I think you're going back to school. Shweta, if I get into a relationship with Ayush, how will it go? Okay, let's see. Oh, I skipped you? I skipped the super chat? All right, I'll go back and look for it. Hang on. I think at first you would feel like things were going well, but I kind of feel like you might fall back into the same old patterns that tore you apart the first time. Unbalanced, betrayed, brokenhearted. Um, I think you may be happy initially, but I'm not so sure there would be lasting happiness. It was, all right, then you know what? Can you just type the question and I'll answer it here? I won't go back and look for it. Sorry about that. Um, oh, my battery's getting low too. Okay. Yeah, if you could just, all right, here we go. The skip chat. Is my chick Crystal doing shady shit out of jealousy? Okay, let's see. Jealousy is one of the worst emotions, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, look, we got the devil card right here, and then you got 2 aces. Yeah, there is jealousy. Here is the thing. No matter what somebody else does when they're acting out of jealousy or envy or something like that, green-eyed monster kind of nonsense, it comes back to them. So she's going to burn herself out. For sure. Dylan, you make it a project over there. That jealousy is a really strong emotion. And it goes out fast. It's like a lightning bolt. And then bam, it comes back. Will knock herself out. Starry Night. I think I'm at Starry Night. Let me make sure. Yeah. What's the matter, Dylan? You can't get comfortable? You need help? Damn. Damn. All right, let me do Mary Elena because I see it first. Will he ever leave Josie? All right. Yeah, that relationship ain't lasting. Listen, he's cheating on her, right? He ain't faithful. How long do you think it's going to last? As long as she puts up with it. She's not stupid. I mean, I guess some women are willing to put up with that nonsense, but, you know, I don't know. It doesn't look like he stays with her forever. All right, I'm looking for sister, I think. It should be around Mary Elena's question. Shit. Oh, Starry Night is who I'm looking for. What would make him want to be with me for good? Okay. You can't make somebody want to be with you for good. You can't. You can't force things. The only thing that you can do really is to be the highest version of yourself and put yourself on the pedestal and take them down. So, you know, it's not, there's no magic formula. You can't, you know, like you can't, I get this question a lot, like, what can I do? What can I change about me? You can't change anything about you. You have to be your authentic self and be accepted by the other person. And there is no, to me, there is no forever. Nothing lasts forever. bad or good. I think that the best thing that you can do is be your authentic self, work on yourself, and put out into the universe what you want, and then that should get reflected back to you. I could, of course, I got a lot of stories. See, he will come in with an offering of love when you're feeling balanced and you're connected to your own spiritual self. So the 100 years ago, when I was a freshman in high school, I was sort of seeing this one guy. And you know how you have that there's one friend who has the cool mom that lets you drink and smoke in the house, even though you're like severely underage? Well, I was over there, and her mom liked to be in control. And her mom told me that this guy that I was dating thought that I should get a haircut and that I should not wear red lipstick and that he liked certain kind of look. So me at 15 thought, oh, she's helping me. I'm going to do what she says. So my mom was a hairdresser. I had her give me a haircut. I got different makeup, and this asshole didn't notice. So years later, like 4 or 5 years later, I ran into him at the diner, and we started talking again and hanging out again. And I told him, I said to him, you know, so-and-so told me that you wanted me to get a haircut and you wanted me to wear this color lipstick. And he was like, Danny, he was like, I was a 17-year-old guy. And he goes, do you think that I have any idea what color your lipstick should be? And he was right. So here I was tearing apart myself and listening to what other people said, thinking that I was going to make an impression on him, and then getting frustrated when he didn't notice. But you can't do that. You got to wear the color lipstick that you like, and you have to wear the hair color that you like and the hairdo that you like. And you have to be you, and you have to be confident in that, and then it will get reflected back to you. And then, of course, after he said it, I felt really stupid. Because I'm like, yeah, you're right. 17-year-old boys do not know what color lipstick I should be wearing. And I might have been wearing something crazy at the time. It was probably something that was not flattering. But so what? I was 15. Leave me alone. Elantra. What are Marquis's current feelings towards me? Okay. All right, how's Marquis feeling? He's looking like he's going to start pursuing you a little bit harder. You may be getting a little bit more out of him. Surrounds this relationship with happiness. He might be a little quiet at first. The Hermit is here, so this may not happen right away. But I think he wants the relationship with you two to move forward quickly coming up, because you got the Knight of Cups. So if he's silent, let's say over the next couple of weeks, let it go. I think you got a transformation, coming in. I think that this is going to move forward quickly coming up. But after a period of silence or a period of stagnation, which is okay. Sometimes people need to withdraw, figure out what they're going to do next. Did I skip another super chat? Soul healing, I think I caught up with, unless there was another one that I missed. I think I'm up to AJ Mall. Let me know if anybody else has been skipped. Does my little brother's dad have cancer and is hiding it? Oh, God. I hope not. Okay, I'm not a doctor and I don't really care for the medical questions, but this is what the reading says. It may not be cancer, but I think that there is something serious here, and I think he is hiding it. So I would use your intuition, because I think you're onto something. And I got to tell you, my grandmother was dying of cancer and didn't tell us, and I knew it. I feel like this is going to sound crazy. I could smell it. I don't know if that's true, but my mom died of cancer, and it was like about 6 years later when I was with my grandmother, and I felt like I could smell it. I know, very weird. But use your intuition, because I do think there's something serious there. And I didn't say anything. She didn't want us to know, so I guess it's better. I would rather her not. She would have been very upset if she knew that I knew. But I knew that there was something wrong. That might be a story for a video at some point. Talk about a bittersweet story. But I don't know if I feel like crying right now because I'm already congested, so I'll hold off on that. All right. Bridget, what does he want from the connection at this point? Okay. What does he want from the connection at this point? He does have a wish. He does want things to move forward. He wants financial stability. He wants the connection to move forward. He wants a chance. He's got to make the decision, though, and he's feeling a little bit undecided. He knows what he wants. He's not sure how to move forward. Give him some time. I wouldn't put any pressure. I would just kind of let things kind of flow the way they're going. I think he's gonna be looking for more coming up. I think he does want it to kind of take off. All right, I think I made it through the super chats. Let me know if I missed anyone. And I'm going back up to the top to pick up some of these people I haven't gotten to. And I will be on again later today. Sonia, is D really in love with me, or is it all fake? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there are real feelings here. You got 2 aces and you have the victory card. There are real feelings here. He may lay it on a little thick at moments, but he really does have strong feelings. Malapali, will M have a baby with another girl? All right, let's see. Is M having a baby with another girl? At some point in his life, yes, he could. I can't tell you it's going to happen right now. It's not coming up soon. But there is a chance for him to have another child at some point. Jennifer, did the woman I have on my mind said to be my friend? If not, any clue who could it be? So you think that there's a woman around you that's being deceitful? I would say there is. Let me see if it's this person that you're thinking about right now. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Use your intuition. I think you know who it is. Yeah. You know what? I think that the scarier people are the people that are nice to your face, that are knifing you in the back behind you. Like sometimes like I mentioned my uncle the other day that he's a shithead. But he could be a real nasty bastard to your face. He's not one of those that's nice to your face and stabs you behind the back, but his wife is. So just, keep that in mind. Watch out for those fake faces. Searching T. Does Chris know about L and Carr? Okay. They don't know for sure. They're kind of undecided, so they don't have any real proof, but they definitely sense something. Progress. Am I on the right path in my course? And will I make it? Oh, damn, it disappeared. All right, let me ask, are you on the right path? I think you are. Feels like you are. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. 3. Yes. Summon up the perseverance if you need to, because you're on the right path. It's 104. Okay. All right, let me answer for the moderators just in case this stupid phone dies. Zara, will the Taurus message me or call me in the near future? Not in the immediate future. You're going to hear from him, but not right now. It might take a couple of good weeks to a couple of months. Chamea Raji, what should I do if F contacts me again? All right. If you happen to get this person on the phone, I would be if they text you, I would make them wait before you answer them back. If you get them on the phone and you happen to answer it, I would be a little bit nonchalant, like you don't really care that they're calling, maybe a little bit aloof. If they leave you a message, like a voicemail, I would wait. Don't call them back right away. Give them a moment to wonder. All right, Brandy, what blessings do I have coming in 2020? Okay. You've got love coming in. You have the world at your feet. I think that you may be going back to school, and I also think that you're going to start a new job. And I think both are going to be really good for you. But I think that you're going to be really feeling very loved. Yeah, exactly. Be like, who is this? Oh, thank God you finally showed up. No, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to, if it's the kind of thing where your heart stops beating when you see the phone, try to wait for that moment to dissipate, because that kind of energy goes out and the person can feel it, even if they don't realize they can feel it. So wait until you're feeling like less than thrilled. Okay, Mel, spirit messages. The Chariot, Archangel Metatron, an important achievement, self-discipline, willpower, public recognition. Balance, Archangel Zadkiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for the perfect timing. Six of Water, memories from your history or your childhood, issues regarding children and romanticizing the past. Those are good spirit messages. Oh, SARS. I don't think I answered a question for you, right? I answered for Brandy and for Mel. SARS, if you're still here, can you send in a question? Because I'm not so sure this phone's going to last much longer. I am Shemaya Camille. Will I graduate on time? Okay. I think you're going to graduate on time. You may have a couple of hurdles, but I think you're going to graduate on time. SARS, what are the Pisces plans after trolling my fake accounts? And I didn't respond. Good. And he's going to come forward. Like, you got the Six of Cups here, which is someone from your past returns with a transformation. He's just got to man up. Here you go, the King of Cups. That's the Pisces. He feels regret. He probably feels like an asshole because I think he probably has an idea that you know it was him trolling, and he feels like he's gotten nowhere. He'll have to man up. And he will. All right, where am I here? Tesney, I'm reposting a love reading with Khaled, okay? What's going on with Khaled? He's causing you some anxiety here. I think that he may be a little quiet. You might not hear from him for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. He's not prepared right now to move forward. But eventually, I think your wish is going to come in. So I think that over the next couple of weeks, if things go a little bit south, just let them be, because I think it's going to change inevitably without you having to do anything. So just keep that in mind. Could be a couple of weeks, a couple of days to a couple of weeks where he's either quiet or he's trying to figure shit out. Okay. Nina, can you tell me how my person feels about me? Okay. Nina. Okay, they feel good about you. They want this relationship to move forward quickly. They also feel like it was a fated meeting, or if there's a reason why the two of you were brought together. They may be feeling, excuse me, like you have other choices and you may not choose them. So they're a little stagnant right now. I'm not saying that you should make yourself overly available for this person at all, but they may feel like other people are into you, or other people want to get to know you, and they may not feel that they add up to these other people, or they may feel like they have to compete, which there's no competition. We don't compete with each other. Nobody else can be you. That's it. You can replace somebody's physical body, but nobody else can be you. Like, for example, I got teachers covering my classes. They can teach the class just as good as I can, but they can't replace me as a person. They can only cover the class. We're irreplaceable, but our bodies, our physical bodies, yeah, you could throw another body in there, but it won't be me. Even if they teach the same class I teach, it's still not going to be me. Go Daddy. How does Alman, is that Al or Amen, feel about me? Either way, how's he feeling? Go Daddy. This person feels very well balanced around you, and you make them incredibly happy. You also give them a love of life and a love of adventure, and they may be coming in with an offering of love at some point once they can get out of their own way and take the restraints off. Let's see. I'll get to one more before this phone dies. I just don't want it to die in the middle of anybody's reading. I did that one. I did that one. Kara, will the young Aries guy visit me at home very soon? 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they have every intention to. They really do. They have every intention to either come to your home or meet you by your home or something of that nature. All right, let me see what time it is now. It's 1:14. Let's say I got to find out. I got somebody coming over today this afternoon, but I'm not sure what time. So I may not be back on until like later tonight. I got to play it by ear because I'm just not sure. I didn't get any more super chats, right? That's it, because this phone's going to crack out. And I don't want it to die in the middle of anyone's reading. I'd rather just come back later and do them. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm going to be back on later today at some point. I'm not sure what time. If I can get on around 5, I'll come on around 5. If not, it'll be probably closer to 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.